All right, everybody, hi, welcome. I'm going to have a shave, finally. It's come to that again, that time where I've got to have a shave. And for the next moments while I'm here, I'm going to be talking about reality again to you guys. Because you know what? There's so many people that are not living in reality right now, it's unbelievable. I'm going to get this shave sorted out. I've got my tripod here, you can see me in the mirror, like a horror movie. Yeah, thinking to put together a little short horror film when I get a chance to. So we'll see how we go with that. A short horror film maybe coming up from me soon. I'm not too sure, with some special effects for some fun. But currently I've got my animation that I'm working on, as I say. I've got, that's got to be started up. And so I've got another animated project. It's going to be like a martial arts action kind of sci-fi story type animated cartoon. I won't tell you too much about it or the ideas involved right now, but hopefully you'll enjoy that when it comes out as well. It's my next big project. But as I say, I've been extremely busy recently. I've not had much time to put together, start working on the project, I haven't. I mean, I've been so busy that it's been just exhausting me, what I've had to go through recently. The battle and struggles of, I don't want to say life, but this world, what it puts you through, So it's been hard to find the time and energy combined to do this, to start working on it properly. But I've had ideas coming in and out of my mind constantly, and I'm always creative myself. So today I wrote some good ideas down. Okay, I've started basically a basic plot writing for the script. A second time doing it, actually, I had to change it, but it's going to be good. Usually when I'm working on an animated project, by the way, a cartoon, or any kind of project that I'm working on, fictitious projects that I work on, I usually start with a basic plan, like a list of points, like the characters and stuff, locations. That's what I do. I open up Word, Microsoft Word, literally. If not use like something online, like a writing website, but I'll just write a list of characters, names, basic like notes about them, what they look like, what their abilities are. Maybe I'll do that as well. And a list of places, like locations. And then basically I just start filling, after thinking about it, trying to get like the view in my mind of what kind of style I'm going to go for, drawing wise, like black and white or color or whatnot. It's always 2D animation with me. But what I'll do is I'll, write a list of scenes simply by title. I won't put too much extra information, if any, that is. It's not like proper, absolute, detailed script writing. It's just literally, writing a list of scenes, that I'm going to go with in a certain plot order, like a basic plot order to start with, Like the opening scenes might be of some scenery, so I might write in there forest scene or a cityscape or whatever it is. So I know the first thing we're going to see on the screen is a load of trees or a load of buildings or whatever, And then what I'll do is I'll just literally work out each scene, like talking in a room or a fight scene or whatever it might be. I'll write it in, cave scene or something, you know, people exploring the cave or whatever it is. And these are the names of scenes. They could be the names of clips in a scene, or like parts of a scene. Or they might be like just the name of a scene which may have multiple clips in, you know. Hold on a second. And that's what I sometimes do as well, you know. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll do it like that, you know. A list. And I just literally go through that list. When I start doing my proper animation, I'll just start sketching it out, you know. May or may not do a rough, like little tiny, like sketchy storyboard first. But I start by designing my characters, drawing the characters, like trying to get the designs right of what they look like. This may or may not be working from like basic notes that I may have written down in the beginning as well, like what I want to go for, what each character is going to look like, you know. Yeah. But I'll just design them all out, you know. I might do a few sketches of a few other things like scenery and stuff just to get my head around what it's going to look like, rough drawings wise, rough sketches, you know. What I'll do is I'll just do that, and then from there I will just start working on the show. Now I have cut myself there again, just a little bit. I'm okay. Switched it up for a brand new razor blade. I don't know if you're like me or not, but my beard, if you're a man, my beard is, as I say, gets very, very hard. It's like iron, like shaving steel off your face. You know. But yeah, you just get a basic plan and just start working from it. It's the best. Excuse me. That's the best thing to do with anything, I think. Really. You know. There's a time to be free and relaxed in things, like just to let things unfold, you know. Let your thoughts or your actions just, you know, work naturally sometimes. But like even just drawing and sketching and seeing what comes, or you know, it's like planning a good conversation. You can't really plan it; it just has to come out as you talk, as you communicate, you know. So, but what I'm saying is, usually when you've got something you want to make or do that has to like be done in a certain way, you have to have steps, right? So it's good to have the steps written out and planned out, you know. And we're talking more about this stuff more than the other topic that I was going to talk about, which is reality, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So yeah, getting a basic plan. If you're making a movie, a short movie, or animation, or a full-length movie, or if you're going to write a book, or plan a comic, or plan making a computer game, heck, you know, a recipe for a meal, a song, you know, anything. Whatever it might be, a book, you know, a story, a play, screenplay, stage show, play, drama, a song, anything, you know, cooking. It's always good to have a plan first. If you're a teacher or someone giving a speech or doing teaching like myself, you know what I'm saying? What a workout, an exercise routine, which I've been doing for years, my martial arts, you know. It's always good to have a plan and you just follow it and you just execute it, go with it, you know. Make the plan. Don't just sit there waiting for things to happen. You have to have a basic plan. Just follow that plan. Get creative along the way, change things if you need to, you know. Take things out of your plan, add things to it, more detail as you go. work out how many clips you can add in for each scene. Like I've got one scene in there that's called fight scene. I don't even know what the fight scene's going to be. I know roughly in my mind I can see the action, but I know I'll work it out when I get to it and work on that. Like it'll have a lot of clips. That's going to be a very complicated scene. A couple of action scenes. It always helps to kind of see the vision in your mind first, to see the characters roughly and the scenery and the kind of style, and see it just playing and unfolding in your mind like it's already done, you know. And you just go with that and just try to create from your vision. Anyway, let's get to my reality talk. So that was all great, that's all good stuff creating, but listen, I want to say this. Reality is, it's not the real life you're living in, okay? You can't waste on being a slave to a system of thought. Ultimately, the system you're living in, the society we create, the cultures, all that stuff, the idea of having more, whatever it might be, money, image, materialistic things, position and image and in society, whatever it might be, all that stuff, a lot of that is confusion. And it's really just a view and a vision is what it is. It's not even a real truth. So the best thing to do is be free. It's very healthy to have a good imagination, to be creative rather than destructive, to be calm in your mind rather than to be constantly comparing yourself to others and battling with the world. You can go through your life without certain things, without certain people's approval, you know, and living up to their expectations or their way of life. Not everything's revolved around money. If you've got a roof over your head, if you've got food, place to live and bed to sleep on, food and drink, you should be able to find peace in yourself as well, even if there's nobody around. Like be able to accept yourself and find happiness in yourself. But knowing how you feel and think and being a good company to yourself. So if you've got an imagination, good. You've got an idea, see what you can do with it. See where it can lead and blossom into something else, you know. Water your good ideas like watering a garden and growing flowers, growing a garden, you know. Take care of the water the seeds, get the harvest, you know. That's what you want to do. Otherwise you'll just be getting nothing done and just being a robot in this society, following everything else, plus getting stressed. The best way to live is with good health of mind and body, physicality, mental ability, energy, not wasted on worry and stress. We always say life's hard. I think the world can be hard on you. You become a follower rather than a learner of the mistakes of the people around you in society, their behaviour. It's not reality. Life is not hard. Life is in you. It's a power source, you know. I'm not giving a speech for nothing. It's not a speech, it's a real talk from what I believe, what I know to be true. From how I live every day. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what colour you are, what race, man, woman, young, old, you've got time, you've got day to day. If you've got basic stuff, I'm saying, you've got food, drink, enough to live on, time to do some exercise, time to sleep, time to wash, you know what I'm saying? If you've got ideas of your own, you've got self-acceptance, you know, respect, then you won't be trying to prove yourself to others, just to show them you're not weak or fight for respect from others. You won't care about that. Who are they? Who are they? You know, talking about earning a living from people in the world, earning a living and finding your place and your role in society. That's all nonsense. It's not real at all. The buildings are built by the hands of human beings with machines and stuff. You know, everything's made up, money. It's all made up. All cultures, all language, traditions. It's just what we're making up. Languages, written, spoken, technology. But what matters is the human heart, the human mind. Who are you? What are you? Not as an image or in the mouths of others, what they tell you are. You're the king or you're a nobody. You know, you're ugly or beautiful. It doesn't matter. The point is, how are you living? You know, in acceptance within the self. I'm saying before anything else. You know, do whatever you can. Be resourceful. You know. In the hardest of times, always be self-accepted. Without a choice, just as a knowing that you're here. Your skin sweats when it's hot. If you get a little injury, your body tries to heal itself. If you're cold, your body starts shivering. New layers of skin are growing, new cells all the time, your hair. You know, you need to sleep naturally. When you're tired, your body knows it's tired. Your heart's pumping blood around your body. Your lungs are working all day without you even thinking it. You've got strength in you to walk, and you're more intelligent per se, you know, than an insect or whatever. So we're lucky to have life. You know, there's people always that have got less than us, and even people that put a lot of effort in are sometimes rejected by society. The ones that have got quality, strength, self-respect, ability, all that stuff, sometimes they're looked down upon. Even the famous people, or whatever you want to call the king or the president, you know, even they're looked down on sometimes. So you better just please yourself, because not everybody's going to be able to be pleased by you or please you. You better find peace and accept it, knowing the self. That's reality. You don't need to take to drugs or alcohol or smoking or any kind of things, any kind of dares or any silly things that's going to harm you in any way. Even 1% of 1%. You don't even need to do that. Just do what's right for you and be like, look, you're not going to live on your knees for people. Just trying to impress people, otherwise you're a nobody. You think you're nobody in society because you've got no friends. No, listen, you don't want fake friends like that anyway. You have to impress. You have to earn their respect. It's ridiculous. Because they believe in a society where things are this way or that way, and that's not true for everybody, okay? You need to respect yourself. By knowing the self, you won't even need to try to look at yourself in a positive light or be brave, be self, confident and all that. You'll just naturally be calm. You'll know yourself. You won't be talking about peace because you'll just be peaceful. You know? So I'm going to finish this video in a moment. It says it's healthy to be always working with the mind. You need to balance and get more rest and more exercise in the mind and body. Right? That's right, it was yin and yang, two sides to it. So you need to balance it. But you need to have energy, preserve energy, maintain energy, develop energy. You can only develop and grow upon a foundation. A tree can only grow in good soil. Right? So you must maintain that foundation of self before you can improve, build upon it. But you don't need to keep running away from yourself, trying to find success and somewhere beyond the horizon, trying to build upon that one day you'll be a worthy version of yourself. You're worthy right now. If you feel good about yourself, you're worthy. If you feel bad about whatever, it means you've got feeling and knowledge in you that you want to do better. So just do better. Don't wait for people. You might spend your whole life studying, working hard on something, or working hard on yourself, or trying to work things out. You'll realise all experiences are different, and you still might not be able to please the world. You'll please yourself more in time if you look back on the whole life of just doing the best you can to be yourself. Like when I'm doing a good cartoon, or when I'm making a show, or when I'm doing a workout, or whatever I'm doing, I'm just doing it to the best of my ability. Like getting a good sleep every night, or eating. You don't try to do it the best. You just relax and just do it, and it turns out okay. You can only do as good as your foundation, So if you constantly practice an art, or if you constantly do exercise or whatever, when you do things, you'll get better and better, and you'll be stronger and stronger. But that doesn't mean you need to compare yourself to others. You don't need to compare to others. Or go through this life just thinking that it's all about earning a living from others, because they won't let you live if you don't earn it from them, or respect, or making a mark, and all this stuff. That's a false delusion, okay? It really, really is. And not everything's money, as I say. Not everything's money. Not at all. Very little. I think nothing about life is money, really. It's just a system we got in society of control. I'm trying to speak some logic here and some sense. I really am. To those that may grasp it. Okay, so don't waste your time in what I'll say. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time trying to sell yourself to people. Yeah. They want to burn themselves out in the rat race, or, in society, how they carry it on. That's up to them. Because I'm not going to be like one of them zombies in the movies, like George Orwell's 1984. Because that's what they're trying to do in this world, trying to brainwash people, it seems, one way or another. They'll use anyway. If they can't battle you with one way that you don't agree with, they'll go with what you agree with. And you'll think you're getting somewhere because you think you're hearing yourself. But you're not really. They're luring you in. You just, you fall into the trap of following others and believing that you are somewhere outside of yourself, beyond, and you're going to reach or find yourself out there in the world. That's ridiculous. You need to find this meaning of existence here. Because you won't, what I'm saying? You are what you are. If you forget, because your mind's so distracted by so many ideas, you forget what you are. And I use this word what rather than who, because who can be like the persona you play and all this, the image you see, the king, the mayor, the crown, or whatever. It's just nonsense. The president, the chairman, whatever you want to say. Ultimately, you are just what you are. An intelligent being. Or a potentially much more living being. More living than you are. I mean, you never get more living than life. But what I'm saying is with much more of a wonderful experience, meaningful, as it will ever be. And the doorway and the path is only for you. What's meant only for you is meant only for you. And I don't mean in a superstitious way, like fate. I'm saying whatever you're about is what you'll get. You reap what you sow, and kind of thing. You follow the wrong people, then you might become a follower of those people, you know what I mean? You constantly put poison into, you might end up becoming a product of that poison. Physical, mental ideas, visions, whatever it is, visions in your mind, you've got to change it, make a change. It's not too late to make a change. You still have time. Some people have only 10 days to live. Facts. Some people only have 10 years or whatever, but you have to make the most of the moments you have, whether it's 10 minutes or 10 seconds. Peace. Thank you for watching. Take care. Beautiful life. Stay positive and creative.